Hi Jubies, here's Alexandra again, down here in my hobby bunker, and I want to talk to you a little bit about something. Well, you bought the new Battle Force of Army X, and also you got the new starter set, Leviathan, and you also have still the starter box of Dark Imperium, and maybe from back in the day, Assault on Black Reach, and yeah, you also got to Christmas, the Christmas Battle Force, and you got the new Combat Patrol, and you got several blisters of character models, and you have no idea in what order you should paint your army. Well, let's talk little bit about that. So, I have painted a few armies here and there, you can see. And, well, let's take the Space Marines as an example on how to tackle your choices of what to paint. Well, first of all, there is one big thing that I would highly advise that you do, and that is only build a handful of models. Don't build your entire force and set it up unpainted. That will crush your spirit. Only build a few models at a time, and those prime them, have them ready to be painted. So next up, we start with a single core unit to paint, and for the Space Marines that's quite easy, a 5-man squad of intercessors, or maybe assault intercessors, or whatever you prefer as your core unit. Space Marines have multiple choices. For other armies, that would be, for example, here, Necrons, maybe a few Necron warriors, or in the case of the Death Guard, maybe some Plague Marines. So, then the next stage would be to paint a character model. It doesn't have to be a super expensive captain or a special character, just a simple lieutenant would suffice. Here, for example, this miniature here. He doesn't have expensive war gear, he just has a bolter and bolt pistol, and, well, he comes in the Dark Imperium box set. He's just a simple lieutenant. But in later iterations, he can also serve as a sergeant for your squads. So, with those 6 miniatures painted, you can have your first little tiny game. You have a leader and a squad, and you can start to play. For Necrons, that would be maybe paint a Cryptek, something like that. Or for the Plague Marines, a simple Plague Champion with a Bubonic X, for example. Or maybe here one with a special weapon. Or here a leader, a champion here with a power fist and stuff. Something very simple. Then the next thing would be to fill out your roster completely with a second unit of core troops. For example, in this case, we take this unit of 5 assault intercessors. So we have a range unit and a close combat unit. Yeah, that would be then your force. The next stage for any army would be to bolster your firepower. So for this, I would recommend not to then paint an entire squad of heavy weapons teams or hellblasters or something like that. No, take a simple small unit that has heavy weapons on it. So, for example, for the Space Marines, there we have multiple options. Here, those turrets here, those are ideal. You can have them with twin glass cannons, or for example with the assault cannons, or a Space Marine land speeder would be very nice. My first unit with heavy weapons that I painted was this old Whirlwind that I had laying around. I just painted him up. He bolstered my army with lots of points and good fire support. So for Death Guard, that would be, for example, here the Mythic Blight Hauler. Those are a good option. They are cheap. They have 2 heavy weapons. They have a very, very nice profile. Or, for example, here, those Blight drones are also a good option. Or maybe maybe a Hellbrute or a Dreadnought. For other armies, for Necrons, that would be, let's say, a Tomb Spider. So, then, after you have painted your heavy weapon, then pick a different squad, an elite squad, I would say. That could be Terminators, that could be Assault, here the Aggressors, or the Inceptors here, or maybe a 3-man unit of here a Blade Guard veterans, or for Death Guard that could be a unit of Terminators, right there. Or for Necrons, you could paint maybe some Scarabs. Yeah, they're not elite, but you could pick up here the Resurrection, how's that called? Reanimator. That's the word. Yeah, something with a little bit more impact, and I suggest a unit that is only 3-man deep, because 3-man units are very fast to paint, they are not a hassle, and they can bolster your army. So, at this point, we have a 5-man squad of intercessors, 5 assault intercessors, we have our tiny leader, we have a heavy weapon, we have then, let's say, chosen here the Inceptors as our elite choice, and we have 1 heavy weapon. Yeah, at this point, we can start to reinforce our core troops. Well, we expand our intercessor squad now to 10-man, and well, our Death Guard Plague Marine unit, we put there a few more in, or a few more Necron warriors. And yeah, from this point on, you can then pick and choose whatever you want. You can start painting character models, you can start painting dreadnoughts, other heavy weapons, other elite units, more core troops, and so on. And at this point, the army is with a snowball effect. You play games, you see what you lack in your games. Do you need more close combat? Do you need more character models? Do you need more core infantry to hold your objectives? And so on. And yeah, that's basically it, how you tackle your pile of shame. It doesn't matter how big the pile of shame is, just pick the units that I have described here now and start painting them, and then it keeps rolling, and you're chipping away at your pile at a very nice pace, and in the end you have a nice army. Yeah, I hope you liked this little video, and we see us in the next one. Alexandra, bye!